starting smart with CBS 5 Morning News.
It's 5:51. As more kids than ever before are being diagnosed ADHD, what is a parent to do? There's an app for that. Seriously. And we're sitting down with the doctor who developed this new app to bring out every child's gift. Stay with us.
You're starting smart with the best conversation in the Valley. CBS 5 Morning News.
Welcome back. It's 5:53 on your Monday morning. 8% of kids are diagnosed ADHD. There's been a trend to diagnose, then medicate. What else can parents do? There is an app for that. And we have some answers this morning with Dr. Kevin Emery, who's an ADHD specialist. You've been in the business 15 years, and you're dealing with through personal experience, too.
Absolutely. You know, ADHD actually kind of kidnapped my practice a little over 15 years ago and went from me working with a few people all the way to 50-60% of my practice within less than a year.
Pretty significant. So you came up with this app called Managing the Gift. And you kind of look at the diagnosis as a gift, which is goes against what a lot of people in the industry, it becomes a label, it becomes a burden, but you say no. Parents, families need to look at this as a gift.
Absolutely. You know, I looked at, starting when I first looked at this, is ADHD is part of the evolutionary process broadening the bandwidth of humanity. These were the architects of the 20th century. Was Einstein gifted? Was Edison? Was Ford? Was Graham Bell? Where would we be today without these people? Steve Jobs, Robin Williams, Michael Phelps, all have this gift of ADHD. And most of them weren't labeled. None of them were medicated when they were at their most brilliant. So what is the obsession with labeling and medicating today? And why can't we return to a time where we look and say, you're different, we encompass that difference, and we're going to support it and bring this brilliance to the world?
Because, yes, like you mentioned, all of those great entrepreneurs and people who have done things to make a difference in our society now, they all had that little bit of difference in them. So you foster that with families, and it's an app. It's easy to use. You could use it on your phone. You could use it on the iPad at home. And you go through taking the time to personalize, answer some questions, and then they come up with painting your portrait. It's for every child, right?
Well, you know, in Paint the Portrait, and I'm going to say that within the next 6-9 months there'll be an adult version as well for adults. But in Paint Your Portrait, after you answer 12 questions, you get assigned a shade in the Dr. Kevin rainbow. And what has happened is I've created a rainbow of 64 shades. And with that, the parent gets a 17 to 19 page report. It talks about parenting, supporting, teaching, how to get them to do their homework, some places where they may want to look at diet, supplementation, so that they can actually get this encompassing manual. I had a reporter when my first book, Managing the Gift: Alternative Approaches, came out in 2000 that referred to me as having the owner's manual for the ADD brain. So I've taken that manual and I've put it into an app.
And it's accessible that way. And then parents can also take it to school. You can talk with the teachers. You can have those conversations so you can make sure your child is a success. And their difference is seen as a gift instead of something that becomes a burden and a label, because kids are all about self-esteem. Dr. Kevin, thank you so much for being live with us this morning.
You're welcome.
If this is something your family wants to check out, we put a link to make it real easy on our morning show webpage, CBS5AZ.com. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.